Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Speaking of like children of all ages, like yo, damn, like when you stop being a child, like we be talking about children of all ages and shit. Like I don't think I've ever went to the store and like picked up an actual toy like the Hot Wheels or the dinosaurs and shit, and actually played with the toy that was in my age range.
Yeah,
like
that's a fact.
Like when I was 5, niggas was playing with the shit that said 18 and over. Like yo,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I think yo, bro, like niggas never really kind of follow rules. I think like being defiant was cool for so long until you just kind of like get older and you realize being defiant could just like defy your freedom.
Right. Yo, I don't know, son. I read somewhere like a while ago, somewhere on the internet, by the way, that like, yo, we're natural anarchists.
That makes sense.
Like by nature, like we always just like default that.
But I think what makes the Matrix
defiant, like
what makes the Matrix is that they know that we're gonna defy, so they put shit in place for us to say no to, which they want us to say yes to. So by them knowing we're gonna do the opposite, they just make what they want us to do the opposite.
Yeah, that's why laws exist.
And then we end up like doing what they want to do indirectly.
Yeah.
Like indirectly, I started the show without introducing the show.
Oh,
man, what's going on, man? It's your boy Cito Blanquito. Never miss a motherfucking free throw. Live and direct.
Grau.
I got now.
Okay, who got next?
That's a fact. It's another episode of Moment of Clarity. It's probably not gonna come out around Taurus season, but it is Taurus season.
Bow.
And it's your host. It's your host's birthday.
Happy birthday, my G.
Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. It's been a long day. Appreciate all the love that's out there, just in general. Not even on birthdays, just love for love. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a birthday because every day we get to wake up and give birth to a day. So.
Right. Hey, man, what's the word, man? It's your boy Chuck Wolf. I'm a little smizzy right now, but it is what it is. I'm doing my thing. You know the vibe. I'm here with my guy, Cito Blanco. You know the vibe. Happy G-Day and all that, you know.
Just Fendi, bro. It just be...
Yo, as a matter of fact, bro, how do you feel on your B-Day, man? How do you feel? What are you thinking? Like what's on the agenda, man? What, you know, this is another year around the sun.
To me, it's
man.
it's like reflection. I think on the G Day, it's like reflection and just trying to like where I'm at, what the work I've put in. I'm not the biggest zodiac sign or like zodiac person, but at moments and times, like I feel like it gives me exactly what I need. And I think I was going through the story, and I reposted something that had May 11th in it.
Right.
And then when I read it, it just kind of made me just feel like, wow. So it said, don't discredit the hard work that you put in. You have come so far. Your journey deserves accomplishment. Even if where you are today isn't exactly where you would like to be, the path you have paved for yourself isn't in vain. Every step forward and backward counts.
Right.
And I think like any doubt or anything that was crossing my mind during this birthday, that kind of just sewed up and just completed the fabric.
Right.
It was more just like, all this shit gotta happen. Like, you know?
That's a fact.
Like they say all the time, like when you ask God for patience, he don't make you patient. He give you things that give you the ability to learn patience.
Right.
So when I ask for greatness, God is going to pull me in every different direction to give me the tools to accomplish it. So it's taking a little bit longer than I naively want.
Right.
But I think now I'm just in it and loving it more than ever.
Nice.
I don't think I take some of the compliments for granted no more. Like at one point, people was like, "You a legend." I'm kind of like, "Nigga, I ain't do nothing yet." But now, like when people say it more than anything, I just think not about me, but I just hope like one day my children be around to hear that too. You feel me?
Yeah, nah, that's real shit.
So that's just kind of how I'm feeling. Like I think Baby had his line. He said, "I ain't a GOAT yet, but I fit the description."
Yeah.
So I feel like in my eyes, I'm not a legend yet, but I fit the description. Right. So that's how I feel at 32.
That's nice, bro. It's funny, man, because you know this year I feel like, you know, like I turned 30 and I was like, all right, well, I don't know. It's like time doesn't matter. Like it just, when you know, because one thing, like, we were speaking about it not too long ago when I was like, yo, like I realized I've been, like, you know, we always been that, you know, I've always been that one nigga that just played Pokemon and just beat the shit, like just beat that shit, like, and just get bored with it, like. But like I've always had like my bros around me that like played the game like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like train the Pokemon before they even go to the final stages and fight the Elite Four and like really learn what the fuck the game, like really learn about the game, the dynamics and shit like that, to the point that like the other day my mans was telling me some shit. I was like, yo, bro, what? That existed. He was like, bro, that existed since like the first gen. And I'm like, nigga, damn. Like I had all of these shits and I was just playing this shit just to beat them. So, you know, just to say, just as using that as a segue to say is like, yo, you're never gonna complete like everything that your brain is thinking of that you want to do. Like our brain is like limitless, so like it thinks past our like our expiration date. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're supposed to just accept it as like, yo, listen, like the game of life is to be played and to be enjoyed as well. You know, and to learn, like, because like, yo, honestly, you're not gonna even like you're not gonna make it to how could I say achieve every goal. You know, so I think
you're not meant to though. I don't think you.
Yeah, you're not meant to.
I don't think you're meant to. Like I think, in so many different aspects, from like Victory Lap to like Reasonable Doubt to 48 Laws of Power, all these European Art of War and all that type of shit. Like to me, all that shit kind of Rich Dad Poor Dad. It just explains the same thing. It's kind of like niggas in it for the chase, man.
Yeah,
like. But I think the balance of it is kind of like, they kind of market it more like niggas into the chase of like niggas chasing girls or chasing the bag or chasing money. When I've learned that everybody has a chase, but the integrity of what you're chasing determines the piece of your life.
Yeah, yeah.
When you chasing things that are filled with vanity, it doesn't necessarily resonate with your soul. That chase is going to stay on your flesh.
Right.
But when you chasing like enlightenment or you really chasing that purpose, yeah, these pit stops and vanity and pum pum be fun.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, yo, the fulfillment of getting to that point is what makes you youthful. Is what makes you start to understand like what this life shit could kind of really be about.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like this shit is everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there's people out here like that life is nothing to them.
Yeah.
There's people out here that life is everything to them.
Right.
And the most niggas is just kind of calm as the ones that just like, yo, bro, like that shit cool, but I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I'm saying. I feel like at this point, like life isn't moving fast.
Oh no, the game slowed down. For sure, the game slowed down.
You know, but I think it takes a certain sort of awareness to realize that, or like to even obtain that. Because I think at the end of the day, we all living in our own like realms. So it's like I feel like only a certain few people would feel that. You know, but what I'm saying is like I finally achieved that feeling of just like, oh wow, I don't need to rush through this, like, because at the end of the day it's like, you know what I'm saying, like it's so much life to live, so much things to learn, so much things to experience.
No, that's a fact.
So it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying, when I turned 30, that was the first time I experienced that.
It's like, no funny shit, it's kind of like, I'm not even gonna say like you saw something in the fucking chaos, that's not our bop. But it's kind of like you like doing a no lingo, a Millie rocking through the chaos.
Right.
It's kind of like you ever seen movies where it's like some waitresses, they be dropping the fucking glass. And some waitresses just catch that shit before it falls. Right. Like to me, life is just catching the shit before the shit fall, bro. Cause the shit gonna fucking fall. Like life is Jenga, man.
Yeah, zigzag.
Yeah, bro, that shit Jenga as fuck, bro. And these blocks keep on falling.
Yeah, zigzag.
A la YSL, my nigga Thugger, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These blocks keep on falling.
Word, yo.
But it's just
freedom
like,
guys, man. Freedom guys out there, man. You already know the vibe, man. It's a sad day in music history. You know what I'm saying?
I really wonder, like, did they name
another sad day? I should say.
Did they name the Rico after my nigga Cam, or the Rico was? I know for racketeering.
Streets that came up with it, but it's racketeering.
Infama. Oh, you saying?
It's a long word, but Rico is just a cute way of saying it.
I wanted to my son Rico. He probably knew that my son Cam.
From the mob.
Okay,
Rico.
The mob got hit with the Rico.
They got hit with it was racketeering and then all the other things they added to it.
All right, to me,
it's hold on, real quick. It's called, just so we know. Hold on. Oh shit! I thought I had it. What the fuck?
It's difficult. It's difficult because one thing like life has taught me is like
the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Okay,
Rico.
got you.
Yeah.
I think the heavy word in that is influence. I think we underestimate like the influence that we have on things.
Yeah.
Like watching some of the videos, she was saying like in Atlanta or Georgia, a lot of these gangs accumulate to 75% or 80% of the crime. And excuse me, I don't know the statistics or how they judge it, but I know you can like finesse statistics any way you want to. Ask Beecher Report.
Right.
But it just makes me just see like, yo, like influence. We don't know the impact that we have on people when we do things. And it's tough because we were talking about this shit earlier. Like, I think the question is always going to be, can hip hop ever be hip hop without the streets? Can rap ever be rap without the block? And I see that we kind of, like at one point in time, we may not have liked it, but them fucking little, I'm not a fan, but like they used to put these industry plants and people trying to change the game. And we see some of them now. But no matter what, who still hits? Them niggas that's from the craziest areas. And niggas. So to me, it's more just kind of like, is the world just obsessed with just the jungle at all times? Like we all kind of fight for the civilization, but it seems like we're always enamored at the jungle. We're always enamored at the blood, the competition, the iron sharpening iron, I had to do this, that I had to get it this way. Think about it. Niggas love the regular season, but niggas love the playoffs. Why?
Right.
Because niggas, every moment counts.
Yeah, it's
life or death. This shit feel like fucking, are you entertained? Is that not why you're here type shit? And I feel like at moments and times, every aspect of life feel like that shit.
Yeah.
There be moments in time, I mean, in front of my fucking boss, like, nigga, you good?
Yeah.
You happy? Did I do everything you do to get your fucking bonus?
Right,
all right, now leave me alone. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
But entertainment has always been deeply involved in organized crime.
Yes. It's been fueled by it. It's been the money, the movies, everything. Everything. But that's what I'm saying. Even to a space, art. Nigga, art was one of the biggest catalysts into necessarily washing money.
Right.
Because it still is. It's like, yo, nigga, that painting could be $10, or I could say it's $1 million.
Right.
And nobody could judge me and say it's not $1 million. But you think I'm giving you $1 million for the painting, nigga, I gave you a rack for the painting, and I gave you the rest of the money for this work, nigga.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it creates this aspect of like, can we run away from it? Like, yo, I could say like I'm probably growing, healing, evolving, like fucking trying to do all this shea butter, like good energy and light shit, my nigga. But when Pusha T album came out, my nigga, I'm still like, nigga, got my fucking elbow in the pot like I'm Vince Carter. Like, no matter what, I wonder like that drug talk, gun bar shit, niggas just love it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's the trap, but we understand the trap is the trap, but I don't know how can we run away from it. Like, it's kind of like the streets are music and music are the streets.
Yeah.
But what does that look like without it? Because I don't think SZA the streets.
Right.
I don't think Ari Lennox is the streets.
Right.
I don't think Lucky Day is the streets. Right. And I might listen to Lucky Day more than listen to Gunna.
Right.
But it's something about that real aspect that makes me wonder, like, yo, can we ever kind of evolve from that?
What about Kendrick's new song?
I love Kendrick's new song.
I never heard it.
Nah, see, Kendrick's new song, The Heart, I love it. It's immaculate. And honestly, to me, that nigga Kendrick is what I call, he's a Neo. That nigga is the one. Okay? The fucked up part about the Matrix is that you think that the one is supposed to save everybody.
Nah.
No, nigga. That's Neo's realm. You got to be the one of your own realm. Kendrick is the one of his realm. So every time Kendrick drops, what happens? And you know why? Because we tap into his realm.
Right.
Nigga, certain artists, they make music for our realm. I listen to you when I'm doing this. I listen to Brent when I'm going to be toxic. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to listen to some old school music when I'm going to probably say, call my grandmother.
Right.
Reenact the energy. Very few people that walk this earth, we pay admission to be in their realm.
Right.
And that's what makes you legendary. That's what makes you the next type of nigga.
Right.
So when I see that, it shows me that you got to be the king of your realm. This man right here has a line that will never leave me. People are not a fan of God. People are a fan of the man that believes in God.
Yeah.
Because if you believe in the man that believes in God more than God himself,
It takes the pressure off of.
Because at the end of the day, every nigga that is Neo has just tapped into his God being.
That's it. That's really all it is.
But people don't want to tap into the God being. Give me some of that part-time shit, my nigga. You feel me? Give me some of your music when I'm off of work or my boss get me tight so I can feel free. But then once it's off, give me them chains, nigga. Lock me up again. Like, lock me up again, nigga. Like, give me that shit.
It's funny because, it's funny that you say that because, like, bro, when people ask for freedom,
niggas, what?
When people ask for freedom, like, what is that?
But it's a real, but to that space too, like, what is freedom? But hold on, what's my slogan? What's my shit? How much does your freedom cost?
How much does it cost? Yeah. How much does it cost, man?
So it's an interesting space of just are we just attached? Are we just attached to the disattachment?
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it earlier, just like everybody's scared to love. You know what I'm saying? But are we really just kind of scared to love? Or are we just really just in love with scary love?
Okay. I don't know, son.
My fault. Don't let me get that shit off. That was trash. Don't let me get that off. that was trash.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be accountable, my nigga. I tried to. Don't let me get that shit off. Y'all niggas about to let me get that shit off.
No. This is the thing.
See this
is the thing. No. Listen. Hear my logic. But you see though, you felt the energy, and that's what all that matters. You caught yourself.
I caught myself like,
introspection is a beautiful thing.
You're not gonna get that shit off, bro.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I feel sorry for anybody that said, yo, Cito potting right now, nigga. That was not me potting, bro.
That's why I said, okay. That's why I said, okay. Like, I didn't give you such a, a crazy reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
but like,
that's funny, bro. That's hilarious.
But you see, all right. So that brings us to this, like, all right, introspection. Being self-aware, being aware of the moment, knowing when something doesn't make sense for you, knowing when to just, like, because it's like, all right, for instance, bro. Now, listen, you could be enamored with the streets, but at the end of the day, like, the physical reaction of being enamored with the streets is never going to be understood by the masses. So it's like, for instance, say like, like you're talking about like going out and doing drills continuously. It's like you're.
But you guys, for the people that know, like, what's a drill? Like, to me, what's a drill?
What's a drill?
Yeah, what's a drill?
Well, drill is an action of going out and committing violence against those foes, like,
which is a fact.
And that's foes. Yeah.
All right, so that's kind of because I know. Get me out.
Now, look, I'm not saying like, yo, listen, bro, be vanilla. Hell no. I'm by nature, I don't like rules. I don't like none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but it's like, I think like logic and reality just beats that. It trumps that in a sense of, hear me out. Reality in the sense that there's multiple different realities. In the sense that you don't have to do that. Like, it's like you don't have to. And if more you don't have to was there, like I was telling you earlier, when I joined the gang, like, I was questioned. Like, it wasn't even like, yo, yeah, get down, you know what I'm saying, on some number shit. Nah, nigga, why? Like, you don't even look like you like that. And it's like, yo, at the time when I was young, it hit, it hurt me because I'm like, the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean I don't look like I'm like that? But in reality, it's like, I get it. It's like, you don't look like you're from my realm. So, like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? In a sense, yeah, what are you going to get out of this realm if you don't seem like you belong here? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm getting this from people that's like older than me that been doing this, or even peers that was like been doing it before me. And not saying that they belonged to the realm originally, but I think I took it as, after a while, I took it as them trying to tell me something instead of feeling a way towards like, yo, bro, don't come here. Like, this is not, I wish I never did this. You know what I'm saying? Now,
honest, but that, hold on, I don't want to stop you, but I wish I never did this is something I feel like we miss in the sense of the OGs.
Yeah.
Like, I hear like we was talking about how Wallow was having certain conversations, and the clip is up with like Thug and them not kind of tapped in. But to that space of like, because in Wallow's clip, and I'm not cross more, but fuck with Wallow. In the clip, he said, yo, basically some young boy coming to the jail, he chopped it up, he like, yo, my mom, so then he said, let me see his paperwork. He said, yo, when I'm going home, he's like, yo, but you're not going home to 2075. He kind of looked at him like, what you mean? Like, what you mean 2075? And I feel like he's like, yo, the amount of times that people don't understand what they're doing until they get the consequences that will change their life forever is crazy. Because I speak with this all the time, and honestly, I think like I've come up with my next book title, but that's the story for another day. But so many people have the emotional awareness and the emotional intelligence of kind of just like, should I do this and not do this? Right. And it's fucked up because we don't look at emotional intelligence in a sense of like growing and evolving. But like a nigga having emotional intelligence to know who to rob is still emotional intelligence. Right. Like as much as niggas don't want to admit that shit, that shit is still emotional intelligence. And maybe you so bad, but it's emotional intelligence. To know when to go into a store and not go into a store, that's emotional intelligence. To know like it's fucked up, but some of the most intelligent people do it for wrong. And you understand why these crooks and lawyers and judges, like because they operate in that form. Right. But to me, it's like, are we really like addicted to the space of not knowing? Or are we addicted to the space of this shit is not good for me, but who are you to tell me what's good for me?
I personally think it's both and, because like, I can't even like single it down to one side of the spectrum, because it's like at the end of the day, people are colorful. Like niggas not monochromatic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like one day you wake up and like it, like yo, one thing the Joker said in like the Killing Joke. Shouts out to that, yo. That was like one of my favorite comic books, yo. But he said like, yo, we all like, I don't want to butcher what he said, but basically saying like, yo, we're all like teetering on that line, where it's like, yo, we could just tip into insanity. All of us. So it's kind of like,
that's a fact.
The question that I wonder is just like, a lot of us has fell into insanity before. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us fell into insanity and haven't really reached out, like haven't really like came back from that. And I always say like, yo, to making sure you don't tip off that line, like, it takes a certain level of awareness, and like I see that certain individuals are capable of that awareness, and it's like I'm wondering why is it not transmuting it? Why they're not capable of transmuting that into another realm? Because like you said, they have the emotional intelligence, so it's not like niggas don't. Niggas probably don't know the title of it. You know what I'm saying? But they know how to. It's
that's what I'm saying. It's fucked up because in all reality, every word, like every definition was created before the word.
Right.
Every language is created based upon human action, emotions, and feelings, and everything that we do.
Right.
So all these words are just feelings that we have, and some people adopt them and some people don't. Right. But I think the fucked up part about it all is, yes, they have the emotional intelligence and emotional awareness, but it's like this quote I seen the other day is just like the ability to take an idea to execution at a short period of time is the realest form of greatness.
All right.
Because it's kind of like, it's a stat for real.
Okay.
Once you have an idea, if you don't take a step towards it within that next day on a short period of time, the percentage of that idea actually executing drops like 50%. Right. And everybody can tell you that. Like the most important thing they tell you to do, in any aspect, if you go, like to me now, I've always struggled with my weight. So I'll be like, I gotta go work out. And like when you think about the workout, most people don't work out. What they tell you to do is, yo, find your shoes. Find your shoes. Because once you put your shoes on, you're closer to working out than you are to not. Then find your keys. Like, look at it step by step. Like, I remember running track. When it seems too far, you put your head down, you look step by step by step. I think so many times we're so caught up in, like, where we're supposed to go, instead of just realizing, like, what this is. Like, we say it all the time, 10 toes down. But if you want to take it to an enlightenment standpoint, if your feet is actually grounded in the earth, what 10 toes down means, that means that every step that you take to the ground, your feet and your toes have to analyze the data and everything that's taking place in the earth to take it into you and eventually give it back to the world through your purpose.
Right.
So I don't think it's a, damn, can I do this and not do this thing? I think it's simply that, yo, people want to just operate on the surface level of everything because it's deemed as easy. But in all reality, like, easy is what's causing all of this.
Right.
Cause it's like, yo, with all honesty, like, yo, Thug, like, you came out of the craziest situations in life.
Yeah.
Like, Gunna, like, so a lot of these niggas, like, honestly, keep it funky with you. Like, some of the niggas that's in these streets are so fucking intelligent. Niggas is intelligent.
Yeah.
Niggas run businesses.
That's
Niggas, like, there's so many, like, when you think about how they, like, just what I'm saying, like, it's wild, and I know this may sound wild, but when you see, like, drug transactions, when you see niggas actually, like, decide when to set a nigga up, like when you think about how niggas' brains even think about the shit, like, it's fucking borderline genius sometimes. Like, it's crazy.
But it's insanity.
But it's insanity. Because you're just kind of like, yo, bro, like, why are you going to go risk that? But then what we realize is that niggas don't think it's a risk.
Yeah.
Like, niggas think that this is just life.
That's what I was telling you. Is like, I think when, especially nowadays, I think like a lot of the things that the reason why people do what they do is because they feel as if like rules and laws don't apply to them. Like, and it's not even on some trying to disrespect the laws.
But why should they apply?
Yo.
Like, Haki, who created these shits?
Yeah, yo, you know what's so funny? I always just think the same way. You know what I'm saying? Who created these things? But I also look at it like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like, that's not, it's one of those things like I could think about that, but it's like, for me, I look at it like this. All right, I know the laws is against me, but I also know if I don't maneuver within the laws correctly, like the world is against me. And not even the world is against me in the most destructive ways, but in the most natural way. Like, yo, like if I do something to someone out here, you know, if I do something to someone, something is going to happen. You know, it's a reaction. But, you know, so it's kind of like, it's like, and not saying something can't happen regardless, but it's like, for instance, like I'm making it like for instance, let's be real, bro. Like it's like I told you earlier. It's like I don't think like nigga. I think crime is supposed to happen regardless. I think that's supposed to have its balance. You feel me? Like chaos. Like
it's designed, but it's designed for that.
It's designed for that.
It's designed for that.
But it's like you remember I told you the question: why are you here? Why is that question not being asked? It's like, why are you here?
Hold on, fuck. I don't want to lose. What was it you said like 30 seconds ago about
what?
Because the aspect of wise is here. I get that, right? But fuck, man, I lost that shit.
It's like,
man.
yo, it's like there was a time where niggas could like, it was a thing to like, to ask a nigga like, yo, what is your purpose?
Like, what do you want and what you want?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
What happened to that?
You just solved the entire narrative of being a black man in America.
Yeah.
In the sense of if no matter what I do, I'm gonna end. Like I feel like I'm trapped. Like going against. Like the war's gonna be against me if I decide to move this way.
Right.
It's fucked up because it's the ultimate damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. Because
to me, it's kind of like just being honest. It always kind of been, what is it? What Cole said? Rap, sell drugs, go do the NBA, do the college shit. And it's kind of like, to keep it funky with you, and we don't talk about this enough, and I'm a college nigga, not enough college niggas live a wavy enough life for what niggas go through.
Right.
Like, yo, I think some of the wildest moments in life was like going getting a fucking degree and then coming back working at Foot Locker next to the same nigga that was smoking since he was 14, nigga. Looking at you kind of like, yo, bro, you know you gotta go mop though, right? Like, kind of telling you some shit. Like, it's wild. Like, it's wild to go on campus, to go do all these things, to have people kind of celebrate you in those aspects. And it's fucked up on some real, like, boys in the hood shit. Like, niggas that be coming home be getting celebrated more than niggas that go to school.
Yeah.
Remember, Kanye said, you go graduate, and then you go to Red Lobster, you was a motherfucking waiter there.
Yeah. Like, yo, bro, it's some wild shit. And I think that's the part that doesn't get talked about enough is like, niggas kind of just be on some, bro, like for one, college takes time. Without a support system, without a lot of different things, you're not going to get it done. I say it all the time. The smartest people in this world don't finish college. It's the people that know how to finish college that finish college. I finished college because I had a brother and a sister that finished college. And they told me how to fucking finish college. Had nothing to do about me being smart or intelligent, even though I may have some of those attributes in certain realms. Has everything to do with the fact that everything's a system. And if you understand the system, you can beat the fucking system. But I feel like being a black man in America, all the time they move the goalposts. Yeah. And when they move the goalposts, it kind of fucks shit up. But it makes you want to go back to this point. Even at what age did you feel like you started to notice that niggas moved the goalposts? Because I feel like when we were younger, even though I'm using this as an analogy, when we said let's run down the street, all right, cool, let's run to the next street. Cool, let's keep on running. Niggas ain't really overthink how far we was running. Right. We just kept on running because we knew like, yo, whatever the next line, the next goal was, I'm going to get to it. Right. And I think at a point, once we kind of realized nigga, I ain't running that far. Why another block? I just beat you for this space. it kind of gave us a different viewpoint of like, now we're starting to know that they moving it, and don't get me wrong. I know they moving the goalposts. They changing the game. It's fucked up. Cool. Get it. Copy. And I honestly, whoever white people do hear this one day, fuck you for this shit. But the truth of the matter is, yo, I know what they on. I know what's happening. I know the system. I know the classism with everything. All I'm simply saying is that even though we know they fucking the game up, we still got to keep on running to the next goal, next goal, no matter what. And then find life in between it.
Yeah.
And it don't. And I have to adopt this principle, but from a standpoint of greatness of what I see, that's the only thing I can see. It's kind of like, nigga, you kind of got to find a way to build a life while running. And that shit seems, I know that sounds wild.
Yeah.
But running is a figurative form. Just keep trying to evolve and get better.
Yeah.
Because if not, the shit don't stop.
Yeah.
The game, like, no funny shit, like, the game really don't stop.
It's like, yo, when do you stop playing the game, though?
Nigga, what? What you want? What you want? You want a casket or you want cremated?
Nah.
That's when you stop playing this shit. When did you feel like the tools that you picked up in your 20s, you started using to build in your 30s?
I didn't even get there yet.
Yeah.
I feel like them shits pop up in rare occasions.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like on some, like, you.
Yeah.
It's different when you know that you're aware.
Yeah.
Than when awareness kicks in because you know better. Like when I got older, it's kind of like now I'm like, oh shit, I analyze the situation. That was actually emotionally intelligent. Nigga, when I'm younger, I was just kind of just like, yo, I don't want to be in this no more.
Yeah.
So survival instincts kicked in, and I found my way out.
Right.
The difference as time went on is that my way out now has more integrity. Before it was kind of like do whatever I need to so I don't be here no more. Right. Now it's more kind of like handle this situation so it doesn't pop back up again in my life. Yeah. And to me, that's what big man, grown man shit is.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, nigga, we gonna deal with this right now.
Right.
Never again. Or if it comes back up,
I don't know.
We gonna reference this moment to say this is what I said and how I felt about it. Because when you're younger, it's the same situation. Nigga, don't leave the fucking dishes in the sink. Yeah. Eventually you're gonna have to wash them.
Right.
Cook your food, wash your dishes, then eat your food. Cause nigga, once you eat your food, you ain't gonna wanna wash your fucking dishes. And that's the analogy I have to look at life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you take care of what you gotta take care of so you don't gotta double back. And when you double back and you're missing out on the opportunity to be moving forward.
Right.
Oh shit. Somebody open the door.
But,
yo, I ain't.
Yeah.
I ain't. Yeah.
Yo,
it's been a good birthday podcast. I really didn't want to. I feel like that's a lot to digest, man.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
I'm saucy right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to digest.
But yo, listen. All I'm saying though, yo, listen, fellas. To all my people out there, ladies, fellas, kids, listen, man, yo, there's multiple paths to obtain one goal. Just like there's like from one seed it became a tree. You know? So always remember like and then from a tree it becomes branches. So it's kind of like, and you see how many branches be on a tree. So it's kind of like at the end of the day, it's like, remember the goal was always to come back home. Whatever home is for you is always to come back home. So remember to take the path of least resistance, you know, and the path that doesn't lead you to a place that's going to like divert you from coming back home. And when I say divert you, even in physical sense, because at the end of the day, as much as people try to discredit the physical, a lot of times the physical does play a part on the way you think and the way you feel.
It's a fact.
So at the end of the day, your environment matters. So if you're in an environment that breeds stagnation, that's all your physicals, that's all your mental is going to feel like, and that's all your spiritual is going to feel like. If you're in an environment that promotes fast life and fast living, that's what it's gonna look like and feel like for you.
You know, it's crazy.
So,
Like, you know, like, but you know more than ever. Like, when you kind of get jumped in the blood, they call it coming home.
yeah,
And I think in a lot of different spaces,
it's a fact.
all I'm saying, find your way home.
Yeah, find your way home, yo. That ass.
It's your boy Cito Blanquito. I ain't gonna lie, this year I might miss a couple free throws, but still put me on the line because I got time.
You know the vibe. You know it's your boy Chuck Wolf. You know I say we dep on that 1 and 3 thing. No two. You see me?
No, too.
Grau.
Catch y'all next week.
Yeah.